Welcome to Vintage SF. I'm Richard Rempel. One of the things I wanted to do when I started this channel was to get some of the classics of science fiction. I was introduced to the SF Masterworks line. They are a series of science fiction novel reprints published by UK-based company Orion Publishing Group, a subsidiary of Hachette UK. The imprint is called Gollancz. The series is intended for the UK and Australian markets, but many editions are distributed to the United States and Canada by the Hachette Book Group. The first ones that you see here are commonly known as the Yellow Spine series from 2010 to the present. Next you'll see a Yellow and Black Spine. Those are called the Golden Age Masterworks. Gateway is the ebook platform for all of these books, and it has published many more in ebook form. These did particularly well, so they packaged them as the Golden Age Masterworks and printed them. Next, at the back of the shelf, you'll see what is called the Black Spined SF Masterworks. Those were the softcover editions from 1999 to 2007, and they are numbered. Beside them, you'll see a few books that are more of a trade paperback size. They are the SF Collector's Edition from Gollancz. And on this last shelf here, you'll see omnibus editions, SF Gateway Omnibus editions. So these are books that were initially ebooks and now are gathered together in an omnibus edition. I don't have an example of these within my library, but here's pictured the hardcover editions from 2001. There's 10 of them. They are great collectibles and thus extremely expensive. In 2022 to 2023, the best of the Masterworks was published, with artwork by Auton Purser. Now, I made episodes about each of these series. In the episodes, I would show many, if not all, of the books that were in that line. I would also have a checklist, sometimes even an Excel spreadsheet for the books. You'll find links in my description for all the episodes I'm showing you here that cover the SF Masterworks line. So today I want to share with you the books that are coming out for 2026. I have an updated spreadsheet and I also have an online resource for you. So let's start with the recently published books or those that are going on pre-sale for 2026. On November 20th, 2025, Barefoot in the Head by Brian Aldiss was released. You can pick that one up now. Another one of his books is scheduled for February 19th, 2026. Galaxies Like Grains of Sand by Brian Aldiss. We also have a pair of books coming out from James White, actually omnibuses. March 19th of 2026, Beginning Operations, a Sector General omnibus. And May 21st of 2026, Alien Emergencies. Previously announced for December 31st of 2025 was Forge of God by Greg Bear. It has not been published. I don't know if this book will be published in the future or if it's been discarded. Many of these decisions are based on whether they have the rights to these books or not. Now, there's approximately a book a month being published in this line, and so that takes us to May. I do not know if there's any scheduled for June through December of 2026. If there is someone who knows, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Now, I want to talk about one ebook that was recently released by Gateway. Last year, I purchased and read a series from SF Masterworks, Hero's Journey and The Unforsaken Hero by Sterling E. Lanier. He had notes and an outline for the third book, the concluding book of this trilogy, but he passed away. Now, from Gateway, we have Hero's Answer. Lanier's outline and notes were used by his goddaughter, Lucy Cummin. And now Hero Destine's legend reaches an epic conclusion, more than 50 years after he was first introduced to the world. Having consumed these books last year and really enjoying them, I would love to read Hero's Answer. But presently, it's not available in North America as an ebook or in print. I hope to be able to update you again in the future with good news. So now let's take a look at my updated spreadsheet for the SF Masterworks. So this information is current up to January 29th of 2026. Just an explanation about the columns. I've arranged it by author, then title of that author. The copyright date is generally correct, except some of these are collections of short stories or omnibuses, and so the publication date might be for the first publication in that format. I identify whether it's short stories or omnibus. And then our yellow column is our first column of SF Masterworks. These are the yellow spined ones from 2010 to the present. The next column, with the gradient from yellow to red, is the 2022 to 2023 best of SF Masterworks. Then, 1999 to 2007, these are the numbered black spine series. And then the last edition I have here is the white spined hardcover with jacket. Those are recorded in Roman numeral. And for those that are coming out, I have a release date. Now, a couple things that you'll notice here. Of course, the release date for the Brian Aldiss books. And then there is no yellow spined The Drowned World by J.G. Ballard. But we see there is a black spined numbered one, 17. I presume by 2010 they lost the contract for this book, so it wasn't reprinted. We'll see that with another book. Here we go. It's Philip K. Dick's Now Wait for Last Year from 1966. We can see that it has a number 36 black spine printed, but none in the yellow spine. The James White omnibuses and their release dates. And then the total now that I have for the SF Masterworks is 203. Remember though, if you're just collecting the yellow spines, there will be 2 less here for those 2 that weren't republished from the black spines. So for the yellow spine, then there would be 201. The best online resource I've found for updates on the SF Masterworks is from the Wikipedia page for SF Masterworks. I do not know who's editing it, but they've done a masterful job of creating the spreadsheets and explaining the different editions. They also seem to have information about new releases. One of the pictures that they use here in the Wikipedia article is a bookshelf of the SF Masterworks. This is complete up to August of 2025. You'll notice that there's 2 black-spined editions for those which were not republished in the yellow-spined SF Masterworks. A couple of the SF Masterworks look taller in the shelf. That's because they are a hardcover edition of that novel. They may not have had the rights to the softcover edition, but still published a hardcover version. And on the very bottom, you'll see the 10 white spine hardcovers from 2001. Just an excellent collection here. So that's it. That's the update for 2026. I will include a link in the description to my updated Excel spreadsheet. Let me know in the comments if you spot any mistakes in the spreadsheet or if you have information about new releases. Until next time, keep collecting and keep reading.